12th. They've just so often in season 2026, Toulouse have just allowed the side to start fast on them. And they can't do that here. It's a very, very difficult place to come, this Castleford. And I actually think, although the league table's telling you where these two teams are, this should be an entertaining game, Stuart.
Yeah, I agree. Been looking forward to this all week. Cesar Rouget gets us underway. First run coming from Lewis Senior. Yeah, you never quite know what you're going to expect. Castleford, of course, have won away at Wigan. They walloped St Helens here, but they've been on the back end of some poor performances here at home as well.
They certainly have. So far, a couple of early touches, each and every one of them out there all want that. It's a decent carry. Just centre field here, 2 metres shy of the halfway line. Golding.
Well, here he is. Danger man. Brilliant run by Toga Guy. Now here goes the kick up from Weaver. Laguerre takes it well. I'm looking forward to seeing Toga Guy and Mapapalangi and that left edge Cass attack with Christian Mapapalangi and Jason Gary are running very hot at the minute, and you can be sure that's where most of the ball will go.
Well, they certainly are. 18 tries between them down that centre winger partnership. The ball comes out through Keita. He just decides to straighten up, but the man on the left edge for Toulouse, Benjamin Laguerre, he's an absolute handful out of backfield.
Here is Rouget, stopped just shy of halfway. Last one. They were looking for a penalty there. Shorrocks gets the kick away. And it's well taken by Toga Guy. Felix Lalou Toga Guy. His dad was a decent player as well, wasn't
he? QLT, yeah.
You'd have played against him.
I certainly did. Yeah, QLT now with PLT. The 200 metres and 8 tackle bust last week in the south of France against his former club. He's a real handful. Here's Weaver.
Yeah, Weaver just about starting to find his feet. The Cass scrum half. Here is Toga Guy, twisting and turning, elusive as always. Inside the Toulouse half, Golding it is, and Weaver. Dejan Assig lifts it up for Mellor on that left edge. Last one. Assig will try and run it, and he loses possession. Well, that wasn't the best of plays, was it? It was picked up there by Jassoum, who was in the right place at the right time.
And he certainly was. A poor end to the set there from Dejan Assig. This is his 45th consecutive appearance since joining the club, and he would have liked to have got a better end to the set there. But it's Toulouse who react first, and Lacan was feeding the left edge back rower.
Stefani it is at dummy half, and here is Lacan. Keita offloads the ball. Rumenos plays it as quickly as he can. They will play quickly. They like to get on with it. The game is built around speed and quick play the balls. Last tackle. Lacan again goes high. Toga Guy will go up for it. Really good take. Under pressure. He's making that jersey his own at the moment. His 6th consecutive start. Lalou Toga Guy. Of course, no Blake Taff, who picked up an ACL injury, one of their star signings at the start of the season.
Yes, exactly why Ryan Carr brought him in. He can be a talent. PLT at the back there, under pressure from Joe Keita, collects that ball well. Lawler, he's just driving and tries to get a little bit more land there, finds his front.
Yeah, Lawler played the last few games at loose forward. Here is the captain, Alex Mellor, made his 100th Cass appearance last week in Perpignan. Ball goes back on the last for Weaver, under pressure from Shorrocks, gets the kick away, and it was shouted for by Rouget and well taken. But yeah, we talked about Ollie Ashel-Bott, who's been a real star of Super League this season. There's been some really good full-back play. We've seen a lot of full-backs injured as well. It seems to have been the position, but Ashel-Bott is a big miss.
He certainly is. 8 tries and 5 try assists to his name. He's one of the reasons why Sylvain Houles's side are never out of it. Ashall Ball is always scheming and finding an opportunity. So often registering scores as well.
Ward on halfway. Hands at dummy half. Here is Lacan now. Ball inside for Pulselli. Formerly of the London Broncos in Super League. Last one, Rouget. Just takes a little time. Step inside. Senior watches it and takes it well. There's been some tested kicks at both ends of the field, but well dealt with by both defenders. Here is Zaxini. Interesting, he may not have played, you know, because Darnell McIntosh was scheduled to play, but he's had a leg injury and pulled up in the final training session.
Stimson just getting that left arm away and just gets his side a quick ruck. Golding on the back of this will give it to Weaver. Good tackle there from Lacan.
Here is Hurst. Already the last one, there was Golding. Dejanassi will arrow it towards this corner, and again a good take from Laguerre. Even Stevens in this first 5 or 6 minutes, Kyle.
Yeah, both sides just getting nicely through their sets and ending them with some decent kicks into them corners. And Laguerre, PLT and Senior have answered everything so far in the aerial department.
Here is Oldberg. Good stuff from Quay Ward again. Rouget taking the pressure off his forwards. Poyant says the referee they were looking for a set restart, which didn't come, and Shorrocks lifts it high again. And again, Togagai takes it confidently and convincingly. Yeah, Cats home record. They've beaten Huddersfield, they've beaten Bradford, they've beaten Saints here, and they've lost to Wigan, Wakefield, Hull, and last time out to Lee.
Yeah, Pacelli might be in a bit of trouble there. It was a direct carry from Senior. Just catches him, he falls awkwardly out of the collision. Here comes Mellor. Just trying to get some space in behind the markers there, and does well.
Trying to get on the front foot, Cass here. Golding at dummy half, and Weaver.
And this has been a quality start from both teams. 7 minutes gone and not a break yet, not an error.
Weaver this time goes high, and it's Rouget who takes it. It's been seesaw, hasn't it, end to end, but without any end product, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, it's what you want, isn't it, on a warm night? 100% completion so far.
Oldberg on the charge. Averages a try every other game for Toulouse, Paul Oldberg. Here is the dangerous Jasson. Really good player. Every time I've seen Jasson, Mathieu Jasson, he steps up. Excellent player.
130 appearances for the one club man, the 27-year-old right edge, back rower.
Harding plays it back here for Shorrocks. Again they go. It's a wobbling kick, and again it's taken well by Togagai. A real arm wrestle in this first 10 minutes. Still 0-0.
It's hard to bite the players though the next couple of minutes if it keeps up like this. Jason Gary, of course, a 3-year deal for him after a wonderful start for 2026.
Papalangi, the dangerous Papalangi. One of these signings of the Super League this year. Weaver. Hurst plays it. Golding goes on his own from dummy half. Good play from the experienced veteran stage in his career now, Ashton Golding. Last one then, Weaver, then running out to that left-hand side with Dejanassi. Ball goes behind Togagai, and there's not a lot they could do about it there. They were aiming for the Papalangi and Jason Gary on that left side. But I think there's going to be a captain challenge here.
Like I said, claiming that he's hit off the ball, Stuart, I think it is.
Aaron, Castleford is challenging the decision of the handover, claiming the ball's been touched.
Well, there you go. Aaron Moore is going to have a look at this. Castleford reckoned that it came off a Toulouse hand. Dejanassi it was. Was it Brendan Hams?
Oh, I think it was Joe Cater. Just as he releases the ball there, I thought he might have been appealing that there's nothing wrong with the timing of the challenge. The naked eye thought maybe it was a touch late. but it's whether or not the right arm from Keita just touches the ball just there. Now, it doesn't look like on that angle it appears to do so.
Well, from that angle, you're quite right, Carl. It doesn't look as though he's touched the ball. This might give us a better idea. Deja Nassi it was. I think Keita was just trying to make the tackle, was he? That it looks.
It's just whether or not there's a fingertip on it. You'll have a look at the ball, Stu. If the ball changes direction, that'll give you an indication. I'm not too sure there's enough evidence there to turn over that call.
Aaron Moore, the video referee, just having a look here. This is, I think it's the angle that we're going to see from behind the try line. This is the angle that I think is going to give us the best idea.
Well, I'm not too sure you can. I don't think you can overturn or say there was an absolute touch there for Marcus Griffiths' call should stand.
Yeah, I think you and I saw it straight away, and I think Aaron Moore was just making sure that the captain challenge has failed.
Yeah.
The Cas lose their challenge inside 9 minutes. There was no hand on the ball from Joe Keita. 0-0 on the scoreboard. 0-1 as far as the captain challenges go.
Yeah, no error or no penalty, but a breaking play after 9 pulsating minutes from these two just going at each other, hammer and tong, feeling each other out early doors. And look, Lucas Pacelli makes way for AJ Wallace.
Yeah, that may well be. He's going to have an HIA as well, isn't he? I think, yeah, just to make sure. And
there's been a little bit of a reshuffle. Jassom's come over from the right edge, back rower, into the left edge centre.
Rumanos here.
Romanos. Oh, he does catch him high. He is falling. The tackle from Ash Goulding means that James Romanos is falling there, but he does catch him high.
Yeah, it was George Lawler, wasn't it, who was coming in. Romanos, the man who went down. So I think here, a high tackle, it's a penalty, no more than that.
Yeah.
Simply because Romanos was falling to the ground. And it's just it's an accident, I think.
Occupational hazard, as they say.
You'd never get a prop forward criticising a prop forward.
No, why would you? What a real opportunity here, Stuart, for Toulouse. That's a big carry from Tiaki-chan. He's well met by 3 of them.
So this is the first real chance for Toulouse to put some points on the board. Here is Rumanas. 7 or 8 yards away from the line. Hands at dummy half. They come to the left with Lacan and Shorrocks, but the ball goes to ground. It wasn't the best of passes, to be honest, by Shorrocks, and Rouget was tentative at best.
Yeah, he was. Look, I think he's got to catch that ball, says Rouget. Decent defence from Tom Weaver, just getting in his eye line and doing enough to force the first mistake here of the evening. Castleford, after 3 players, are just able to roll down this end of the field here.
Yeah, let off there for Cas.
It's been a real problem for Toulouse, the good ball attack inside that final 15-20 metres. They've not quite strung it together.
Weaver finds Hurst on the last, midway inside the Toulouse half. And Weaver again will go high, and Rouget underneath it takes it well. Again with the run for Toulouse. Here is Olberg. And the impressive Jasson does really well.
You can see that. Only an error apiece. It's been a decent game. We called it. We thought it was going to be. It's end-to-end, and Rouget just getting in behind the ruck.
Well, there's an example of the wanting to play the ball as quickly as possible. That's very much in their DNA for Toulouse. High kick goes towards Senior, takes it well. Met by Stefani and by Laguerre. Good set from Toulouse. Cass started close to their own line with Zaxini.
Oh, they'll be disappointed here, will Toulouse.
Just so apologising.
They had Sini in a wonderful place coming out of that corner, and he's able to get rid of Keita, and then gets past Stefani. And just saw him there. He's pinged for offside. The last two times they've been down there, they came up with a mistake ball in hand and then a cheap penalty, and what it does is it just allows the Tigers, through a simple one-up hit up there through Hurst, to find themselves into the half of Toulouse here.
George Hurst, big things of him. He'll sign from Wigan. Here is Tyler Dupree, who signed from Toulouse, played the first 6 games of the season for Toulouse before coming to Cass. Here's Lawler looking for a way through. Rumanos with a brilliant tackle. Had to be number 10 on number 10. Weaver now. They're going to set restart as well, so good field position, good opportunity here for Cass. Still waiting for the first points on the board. Here is Tyler Dupree, stumbling towards that try line. Couple of yards out, Golding. Ball goes back for Dejan Assi. Ball for Weaver. That was really good stuff. Quick hands out to the right-hand side. And Weaver started it. Weaver finished it. And it's taken 14 minutes. But Cass strike the first blow. They lead by 4 points to 0.
Yeah, it's Toulouse who cracked first, and Tom Weaver gets his 4th try of the season. But I'll tell you something though, Stuart, there's some wonderful build-up. A couple of plays earlier from Stimson, who finds Lawler, who gets the set going, and then it's that man Stimson again. Here's the first tip on. He takes a whack for his measures as well. But then a couple of plays later, he gets back up, and it's Joe Stimson again with a nice change of angle. Just here, gets on the outside, supplies the pass to Weaver. Big play from the prop forward, and Tom Weaver gets on the end of it.
Yeah. Right car. Behind him, of course, Chris Chester, the director of football here. The man who's responsible for all the big signings that Cass are making for 2027. Damien Cook, of course. Matt Fagai from the NRL.
And just going back to that Stimson tip on there to Lawler.
I've another look at it in a moment. Let's just see if Weaver can add the extras to his try. And Cass lead 6-0 with 15 minutes on the clock.
I was going to say, Stuart, it looks just such a simple skill, but he juggles the ball beforehand, and it's a wonderful soft pass. And what it does is it just gets Toulouse on the back foot, and they're scrambling for the rest of the set. And then in the end, it's Tom Weaver, the man in the picture there, who ends up scoring a couple of plays later.
But Toulouse have had chances, not taking them.
Yeah, they certainly have. There's Dupree being difficult to put down, and then Stimson. It's a wonderful play from the prop forward.
Well, he's been playing prop. He's a 13. He wears 13, and Ryan Carr has switched him to prop, so he's now got a powerful ball handling prop forward, as we've just seen. Lawler for Cass. Here is Tyler Dupree. Having a look, you know, Tyler Dupree's been around a bit. 4 Super League clubs in 5 years. Played for a few. Salford, Wigan, Toulouse, and now Cass on halfway. Weaver once more. Here is Toga Guy. Manages to find Senior, but blocked by Lecam and Jassome. Last one. Goes back to Dejan Assi. Put the pressure on if he can on Cesar Rouget, but
it's just reckless there from Jassome.
Well, it was late, wasn't it? He was late on Assi.
And it was late, but it was niggly as well. It just doesn't need to do it. What he's done, he's just
silly penalty.
Yeah, he's just put his side under pressure. It's tackle 5. Watch, the kick goes away here, and he comes in 2 seconds later with an arm as well.
Well, that should have been a 7-tackle set for Toulouse on their own 20.
It's fine margins, isn't it? And from the evidence I've seen in 2026, I don't think Toulouse are sound enough to defend their line time after time again. We just saw Cassie's first real opportunity, and that line from Stimson just opened them up for the first score, and I wouldn't bet against them getting over again here.
Well, here is Dupree. Well, we talked Jasone up. It's been really good, but that was really stupid.
Yeah.
That penalty given away, and it could be very, very costly. Weaver inside for Lawler now as Cats looking to challenge that Toulouse line once again. Here is Dejan Assi. Weaver for Seaney. Seaney hasn't scored yet this season. He was a yard away from doing so there. The pressure building. Senior wrapped up. Good defence. Rouget's in there. Stefani's in there. Lecan is in there for Toulouse. Still a couple of opportunities. Good opportunities for Castleford here. Quick hands now. Here is the dangerous Papalangi on that far side. Superb tackle by Quay Ward. Had to be. On the last, Dejan Assi drifts the kick across. Knocked back by Seaney, but it's pounced on by Stefani. And I'll tell you what, the most relieved person on the ground will be Mathieu Jasone. Toulouse survives.
Yeah, they do. Some desperate stuff there in the end. And Olberg just taking over, trying to inject a bit of impetus into this Toulouse outfit. Keita.
Cass 6-0 up. Here is Hans and Tiaki Chan. Back in the starting lineup. Hans. Shorrocks now will put up a high steepler towards Jason Gary. A lot of people, a lot of clubs were chasing both the Papalangi and Jason Gary, looking to snap them up, and they're two really good bits of business by Chris Chester and Castleford.
Yeah, definitely. You know, Ryan Carr's just nicely going about, moving some pieces around. I think 26 this season. There'll be a few more probably as we get towards the latter end of it.
Big turnaround.
Yeah.
It's a 3-year plan, I think.
Yeah,
well, he's always said that, Ryan Carr, but it's a 3-year plan to be challenging and getting in that top 6 and, you know, be challenging for trophies. Toga guy for the Papalangi inside. Well, it went inside for Jason Gary. That was a big hit on Gary. The question is, was it off the ball? Well, it's all on the far side. It was the Papalangi with the break. Gary's still down, and there's no doubt that the video ref Aaron Moore is going to have to pick the pieces out of this.
Yeah, it was wonderful ball movement down that left edge of Castleford. Papalangi races away, and Jason Gary cuts underneath him, and he's met with an almighty shoulder. PLT there doing everything right. He comes underneath and bang, falls Gary. It was Rouget.
It was Rouget. From that angle, there didn't seem to be too much wrong with. This will give us a better idea.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all. It's brilliant fullback play, if anything.
Yeah.
You know, anticipating the ball back on the inside.
Yeah.
Olberg does well to stay on his man, although he loses him at first. Rouget comes up with a wonderful piece of defence there.
Yeah. Here's a handover. It's a good, quick decision by Aaron Moore, and it was the right decision.
It certainly was, yeah.
He had a look at it. He was asked by the referee, the on-field referee, Marcus Griffiths, to have a look at that. But that was, as you put it so adroitly, it was good full-back play.
Yeah, he'd done everything right. Ryan Carr will be pleased with that ball movement there.
Going to add a bit of fire, though. Fire and brimstone. 6-0 in is coming up for 20 minutes gone. But that's the danger with Toga Guy and Papalangi and Jason Gary.
Well, they'll come again, Stuart.
Yeah. Rumenos.
Nice.
Good play. Now then, here is Olberg down that far side. Can we get around Dejan Assi? Really good tackle. Olberg was looking for support, and having created the opportunity, there was no support there for the winger. Poor pass, picked up by the substitute, Talia Fua. Ball goes to ground.
Yeah, Toulouse just tries to
panic in that.
Just tries to offload the ball, and that's what sort of a half break can do. And then a couple of scrappy passes in there just means that no one in that Toulouse outfit could just settle down. Keita goes for a big shot there.
Well, they're creating, but they're not able to complete. Law again.
Well, if it's
worked, pass.
Yeah, if it's worked once between Stimson and Lawler, they're going
to keep trying.
Exactly, but he just pushes the envelope.
Scrum, where do you want it?
Too far there. It's a forward pass.
Lads.
I think it's the right idea once more. I really do enjoy it when big middles just have soft hands between one another. Really makes it difficult when you're in that centre part of the field, and you've got to be able to have an eye on the ball carrier, but be able to check that short tip as well.
I think ball playing prop was a phrase that we couldn't really use to describe Kyle Amor in his playing days, though.
No.
You were straight down the middle, son. Yeah, Saints against Huddersfield to round off round 15. On Sky Sports Plus just before 3 o'clock tomorrow. That's a compliment.
And both of those sides tomorrow will be looking to get back to... Well, Huddersfield are desperate for a win, and St Helens will be wanting to put that last Thursday's showing behind them.
Here is Keita for Toulouse. They've threatened, they've just not been able to execute.
Pacelli back out there, so Jassom's back at home.
Yep. Oh, big hit from Weaver on Lecan.
He's defended well so far, Weaver.
Yep.
Good anticipation there.
He's often picked out as a weak link, isn't he, by opposing sides. Shorrocks will challenge Jason Gary. Gary on that far side. The ball, well, Toulouse tried to knock it back. It may well have been Quay Wall, but just managed to knock it forward. So Cas survive, leading 6-0. 18 minutes still to go to half-time. Good fun, this, enjoying this.
It certainly is. It's end-to-end, isn't it? And that's, you so often get that at Castleford, don't you? And here comes Jordan Lane. Stays on the bench after starting all of his previous.
Mella, here is Dejan Assi on that far side. Brought down by Shorrocks. Bit of venom in the tackle, then all smiles. Here is Jordan Lane, ever present this season for Cas, and Weaver. Done well today, Weaver, had a really good game. Spins out there on the last, and it's Mella this time who launches a high one, and Cesar Rouge, who's played well, to be fair, deputising at fullback.
He certainly has. I think Tom Weaver as well. He's having a fine opening quarter this evening. I like his little running game there, just snapping hard off his right foot and challenging Toafua. Pacelli dealt with there by seeing it.
Toulouse will be glad that Luke Pacelli is okay and back in action. Here is Lambert Belmas from the bench for Toulouse Olympique. Shorrocks. Blind pass out, and Olberg now in space. Has he got support this time? Olberg against Togagai, still going, and Togagai wins the battle in the end. Olberg brought down, but still an opportunity here. K. Ward and Keita, Toriafua, here is Lecan, kick towards the corner. Well, you have to say that was such a good piece of play, but such a poor finish.
Oh, it was.
Poor choice from Lecan.
Yeah, I just thought Lecan just run it. You're going to get the same outcome there, but you've got more. There was numbers there to run.
Yeah.
Just tries to go for the worldy end of it all, doesn't he? Now kick over for the winger, and now look, he goes Weaver
again. Yeah. Toulouse have had opportunities.
Well, they've cut them open twice on that right edge in the last 5 minutes, just not able to execute.
Good full-back play, great tackle. He wasn't giving up, was he? Togagai bringing down Olberg, and here is Dejan Assi with the kick downfield. Good positioning by Cesar Rouge once more.
You just sense a break from deeps coming, don't you, from either side. Look at the middles there from Toulouse. There's a line of them struggling to get back.
They've played at a pace fair pace, hasn't it?
It's been enjoyable, the opening 24 minutes. Here comes Quay Ward. Only the single appearance back in 2023 for the Canterbury Bulldogs. It's his 4th straight start tonight.
There is Stefani. The only surprise is that we only have 6 points. Cater. Shorrocks now is the space on that far side. It wasn't the best of passes. Not a lot Ulberg could do about that. The ball goes to ground anyway, I think. Bit of panic in that play. Another possible missed opportunity.
Well, it's the no-look pass again from Shorrocks, isn't it? He just tries to release Ulberg once more. Like I said, they've cut them open. Here's an example of it earlier. Sejaruja was in the middle.
Keep working these 10s, guys, both teams, really good.
PLT does ever so well, and then, you know, they've got 3 on 2 there. If they just early pass.
There was an overlap there. There's a try waiting to be scored.
I say, whether you run it, you still get the same result, right?
Correct. 14 minutes to half-time. They go to that left side again with Toga Guy, throws out the dummy. Mapapalangi now for Cass. Decent field position. Here is Mella.
Lambert, moving square with me, Brendan. Hold.
Now Dejanassi. Weaver again. Toga Guy for Senior. Now Senior back inside for Toga Guy. Dive over and score. Well, we knew a try was coming. And he's had a terrific game. Felix Lalu Toga Guy. He scores the try, but quick hands down this right edge. An excellent play from both Sini and Senior. The Cats extend their lead to 10 points to 0.
Yeah, you're right to mention PLT having a stellar game. But Tom Weaver, just watch here how far he digs into the line. It puts the left edge on the heels. They can't get up, they're backing off. Sini on the outside. Sini with the ball back in there. And who's there? It's PLT. Like all good fullbacks, they sniff an opportunity out. But Tom Weaver, I've been critical of him when I've watched him, but he does enough there to dig into the line, to create some space on the outside. And PLT is the beneficiary of some nice work there from the right edge of the Tigers.
Well, we know Toulouse can score points, but they've bombed a few opportunities tonight, and they're paying the price.
Well, they've done it so many times this season, Stuart. I mean, me and you have called a couple of their games, and they allow the opposition just to race, 16, 20 points before it clicks into gear.
Well, I think they were 30-0 down against Leeds and then scored 24 points unanswered before Leeds ran away with it. So there are points in them.
Yeah, it was 24 points down, I think it was, when they hosted Warrington.
And nearly came back. Weaver off the touchline. Arguably his best game in a Castleford shirt. Tom Weaver. Right in front of us. That looks good. That's very good. Well, he is having a good game. And Cass double their lead with 12 minutes to half-time. They lead by 12 points to 0.
Yeah, he's enjoying his football tonight, the number 7, as is that man. But again, Arce to Weaver, who's just allowed to get there to Stefani, and then the numbers on the outside. PLT just keeping his feet moving.
Well, the frustration for Sylvain Hules will be the opportunities that they have created. But that was a key play, as Kyle mentioned, when Lacan had an overlap on this left-hand side and chose to kick. It was a poor decision.
A costly one as well, because they roll down the field the next set and get them. Here comes Mapalangi. It's offside again. It's another yardage penalty. Just saw him in there.
They're doing themselves no favours.
He looks around confused. See there at the top of the screen.
Yeah.
Quay Ward, actually.
12-0. 10 minutes or so to go to half-time.
He's busy, isn't he, PLT, this time flashing down that short side.
Enjoying his rugby. Dejan Assi, George Lawler now. Toulouse with the tackle. Signed from Albi in the French League until the end of the season. John Toulouse. Dejan Assi now, and here is the dangerous PLT. Will have to take the tackle and does so. But still good position here for Castleford. Golding finds Dejan Assi. Inside it goes from Lane. Belmas making the tackle along with Toulouse, but they're right in front of the post on the last one. Assi, long pass now for the Papalangi and Jason Gary, and we knew it was coming. It was only a matter of time that left edge cast attack got the job done. Brilliant hands, and the Papalangi sets up another try for Jason Gary. 12 tries this season for the Cas winger, 10 in Super League, and that was terrific.
And that's now the 11th, Stuart, in Super League, and Mapalangi's 8th try assist. But Assi, just watch the ball work here, uses PLT as a foil, gets on the outside of Quay Ward, does the centre, Mapalangi. And from there, it's just a simple catch and pass on Ulberg. And Jason Gary, signing that 3-year deal, has signed his with a nice try there.
All came from another
penalty, yeah.
Penalty given away. Not often you'll see Ryan Carr smile.
No, but it was nice shape.
Yeah, you won't be seeing Sylvain Houles smile because they've contributed to their own downfall in this first half, Toulouse.
Yeah, I just don't think they're resilient enough to be challenging with multiple wins at this level.
Yeah, Gary this season, 12 tries, 10 in Super League, 2 hat-tricks, ever present, new 3-year contract. Life's pretty good for Jason Gary.
Well, it is when you're playing outside of Mapalangi.
Weaver off the touchline. Does he like it? Of course he does. 18-0 it is, and Cas beginning to turn on the style.
Yeah, well, it was that man in the pitch who was a large part of the first 2 tries. But it was Dejan Assi, again, just having PLT, who's touched the ball so many times. No wonder why the right edge in Quaid Ward just having a little nibble, a little look. And he loses his man in the centre with a simple catch and pass. 2v1 on Ulberg. Gary gets that 11th try of the season in Super League.
Here is Lawler. Yeah, speaking to the Cas coach, Ryan Carr, yesterday, the message was error-free. Error-free, put the pressure on and get the momentum in your favour. Basically, that was his message, and that's what's happened. They built pressure, and they've had Toulouse on the back foot.
Well, coaches talk about getting teams into that cycle, into that set-for-set mentality. 82% completion, but when they've been down inside of the opposition 20-metre zone, they've been able to register 3 scores, and that's where they need to be more often. As Weaver's kick, he tries to make sure that they'll keep this Toulouse outfit at bay as they come out their own end here.
Pinned back with Laguerre. Castleford have taken their opportunities, Toulouse haven't. There is Paulseri. 6.5 minutes to half-time. Ulberg, who's had some joy down that right wing.
I mean, that is my only really one criticism of my Papalangi. There is a little bit of trouble in and around him defensively.
Shorrocks with the kick downfield. Is there too much on that? Oh, it's a great kick because it's picked up a yard from the dead ball line by Toga Guy, but he's dangerous, he's quick. It makes a good 30 yards.
Look, I'm not having it. If you're on your game, there's no way on earth he gets that far round you. You need a bit more desperation, a bit more desire. You have to be willing to move in this game. Toulouse just see him run past 3 would-be tacklers.
Yeah. Senior tackle, just shy of halfway. Here is run off for Tony.
That's a big
He's made his mark off the bench. What an offload. Golding though trips over the outstretched boot of Marianne, but Casser on the move again. Here is Weaver. Assey finds Hurst. They're building that pressure once more. Last one, they go the short side with Toga Guy, but it was well read this time by Lacan and Stefani. So it'll be a turnover, but it's not a bad place to turn the ball over.
No, it certainly isn't, considering where you think PLT picked that ball up 5 metres into over his own try line. He's rolled all the way down the other end, tries a little cheeky attempt of catching the markers clocking off.
It's a blockbuster run, wasn't it, by Renner for Tony. His wife is still expecting, and that's a terrible mistake by Brendan Hands. So gifting possession back to Castleford. Yeah, you missed the game in Perpignan because celebration from Ryan Carver, because his wife's expecting a baby, and the baby still hasn't come. So he's still on. He's playing, but he's on standby. We've seen that happen a few times.
Oh, we certainly have, yeah. But what about the pictures there from Ryan Carr? Yeah. Living every moment.
Yeah, animated. He wears his heart very much on his sleeve, Ryan Carr.
Look, he's a huge thinker about the game, and he demands a lot from his players.
Yeah. Not wrong with that. And not wrong with this cast performance either. But Papalangi looking for a way through once again. To get another one before half-time, it's a long, long, long way back for Toulouse. Here is Dantabe, runner for Tony, Golding at dummy half. Lane goes for the line and will be stopped right on that try line. They're that close, cast to another score. Golding for Assey. Here is Weaver now, and Sini still searching that elusive first try of the season. Zach Sini. Toga Guy at dummy half. Dejan Assey. Quick hands again for Mapapalangi. There were 3 men shadowing Christian Mapapalangi there. Last tackle. Here is Dejan Assey. Kick goes across field. Sini! And Zach Sini, right on cue. He hasn't scored all season. He has now. Terrific kick back from Dejan Assey. And Zach Sini, it's been a long, long wait, but it was worth the wait. It's a crucial 4th try in this first half for Castleford. And they're running away with it at the moment, aren't they? Sini with the score. It's 22-0.
Oh, it's fun time for the Tigers tonight. They are absolutely tearing Toulouse apart. There's the error from Hands. And there's the reaction. Just look at the reaction here from Ryan Carr. He knew that it was a big moment. And Assey with another delicate kick, waited to perfection there, and Sini does ever so well to climb high over the top of Pacelli. And he spins out there to get his first try, and this is 11th appearance. And that's been coming for him.
I knew the try was coming. That's why I kept saying he hadn't scored this season. No, really good, and he'll be absolutely thrilled. This has been an excellent performance. He's a perfectionist, though. He'll still complain.
A lot of people have got to remember, as Weaver shapes up to add this, and probably his more simple conversion of the night, you would think he's been 100% with the boot so far.
Just have a look. It's 22-0, going to become 24-0. Yes, it is.
Just going back to my point there, Stuart, Ryan Carr come in and he had to move a lot of pieces around and refocus this group. And it's going to take time. But over the last month or so, the signs that the Tigers are improving. Yes, they're going to have bumps in the road, but a couple of wins in recent weeks is certainly helping them.
They weren't far off last week in Catalan, were they?
I mean, if you look at the form recently, it's, you know, you go back 6 weeks ago, 2 losses in a row, then 2 wins in a row, then 2 losses in a row, and it's looking like tonight this could be maybe the first of 2 wins coming up. And they got York next week as well.
Yeah, York hammered. Wigan putting 70 points on York earlier today. Astonishing finish though, because York scored all their 20 points in the last 8 minutes.
Yeah, Matty Pete was fuming, wasn't he? In Wigan.
Sylvain Hules will be fuming here as well. As
that's brilliant! Brilliant
for Gary. He's got to pull from Papalangi. Can he get to the line? Ball goes backwards and it goes out of play. Well, that would have been a sensational try. Assi, beautiful play. Right, can't believe it. And the Papalangi and Jason Gary nearly combining once again.
Oh, this could have been a contender for try of the season thus far. A wonderful kick there from Assi. Papalangi in support. He just gets pulled down. Brilliant work there from Ulberg. And he just runs out of gas. Oh, goodness me.
For all the world, it looked like a try. The last act of a very satisfying first 40 minutes for the Castleford Tigers. 4 tries. Coach wears his heart on his sleeve, and he'll know, and he will have told his players that Toulouse are capable of scoring quick tries.
That has to be the message, doesn't it? You're right, Stuart. This Toulouse outfit, they are never done and buried out of a game. And they know that if they can just get the first score here, they'll throw everything at it.
Yeah, but as we mentioned in the first half, they're missing their main strike in Ollie Ashel Bob.
Well, he's just a jack-in-the-box player who can come up with moments out of nothing, really.
Here is Belmas.
It wouldn't surprise me if 1 or 2 clubs would maybe look to bring Ollie Ashel Bot into their club over the off-season.
Yeah. Blissfully happily in Toulouse, though. He's been there 5 years. I remember talking to him at the start of the season when he won the Man of the Match award, when they actually beat Castleford in the south of France, and he says he loves it there. He doesn't want to leave. But you never know. You're quite right. There's the kick from Shorrocks towards this corner. Gary goes up for it and takes it really well.
Yeah, he does well, but so does Dejan Assi.
Collision between Dejan Assi and
Quay Ward.
Yeah, Ethan Quay Ward.
Yeah, but he does well, Assi. He just means that he allows his winger a clean catch. Here comes Senior. Only his 3rd appearance of 2026.
Golding.
Oh, that could be dangerous. Yeah. That could be dangerous, yeah, from Ethan Quay Ward.
10 metres.
Across the horizontal, wasn't it? Penalty. You know, you talked about the errors. We talked about the errors and the discipline, or the lack of discipline, that has led to Toulouse's problems in the first half. Well, there's another example.
Yeah, well, the errors are pretty even, to be honest, Stuart, in this game, but that's the 4th penalty now. And Marcus Griffiths showing a bit of skill. Doesn't quite find touch.
Manages a smile, though. Yellow card.
9-man kick.
10 minutes in the bin. Well done, Marcus.
Just stick to your job.
Yeah. Mellor for Cass, threatening at the start of this second half. Another try, and you just can't see a way back for Toulouse. Here is the giant mountain that is run off for Tony. Golding marshalling his troops. Weaver again. Here is Jack Brown, made his debut. Another penalty. High tackle.
Well, they're all looking at the coach's box there. Just someone take charge of it yourselves. Yeah. You're 24-0 up. I would keep going, mate. But they're all looking at the box, and 2's been signalled.
Yeah, in fact, the captain who came across them, Alex Mellor, you can understand it because it means that they're 5 scores ahead.
Yeah, you can, but I just think that just shows where that group is. There's no one out there who's just taking charge. They're all looking up to the coaching box there, wanting him to make the decision.
Yeah.
And when you're 24-0 up and you're having fun and in the groove, but quite possibly there've just been a bit too many scars this season. And they decide just to, you're right, you make a good point, it does make it 5 scores. But I don't think that the Tigers are threatened this evening rather.
Yeah, I see your point. I mean, they're on a roll.
I just think for Castleford, you know, when it's good, enjoy it. Enjoy it while it's there.
4 out of 4 from the boot of Tom Weaver. 5 out of 5, and it's 26 points to 0.
Yeah. 14 points registered now for Tom Weaver of the 26. 14 of them belonging to the number 7. Well, back-to-back penalties there just invited Castleford just to edge that scoreboard over 2 more points.
What I will say is that the promoted sides, between them, Bradford, York and Toulouse, have won 12 games so far this season, which I think in the circumstances is a terrific effort, considering they had a matter of weeks to put together a squad for Super League with only half the salary cap.
Well, York and Toulouse certainly.
Yeah.
I think Bradford have been probably edged it in terms of value and competitiveness in all the games, but that said, they've had the full cap to play with. But for York and Toulouse, you're going to get that. You're going to get times and weeks where it's just a game too far. But they will catch 1 or 2 teams before the season's out, make no mistake about that.
Yeah. And they've got to be given time to build. That was no doubt. Here is Toga Guy once again.
Hasn't he been good?
Dejan Assi under pressure. Now it's Ulberg under pressure.
Oh,
that's the ball bounce. That was poor play by Ulberg and Gary. And I think there might be a penalty here. Ulberg wrapping his arms around the face of Jason Gary when we've had penalty, error, penalty in the first 5 minutes of the second half from Toulouse.
Well, he doesn't want to come and claim this. He misses his assignment there, and then he tries to just take it out there with Gary. You can see he's got him almost in a chokehold. He does let go there. But it's another penalty. And you consider where, after the penalty went over the 2 points, they've just ended the set down here. And they're going to get another set of 6 in front of the home end. You just see there, the right arm under his chin, around his neck. And a chance for Cass to just explore and play with stuff that they've been working on this week on the training field. You see the players just coming together. A little bit of a discussion here.
We may have heard some tasty language. Apologise for that.
Anthony Marion there. Stern word from Marcus Griffiths saying that's 3 in a row in quick succession, no more. Here's Mellor onto Lane. He's going to try and get towards that left-hand post.
Well, you just feel a try's coming, don't you? Here is Golding now and Dejan Assi. Brown, powerful Jack Brown. Quick play the ball, they go to the right-hand side, and Tony charges for the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Toulouse defenders it takes to stop run-up for Tony on that try line. Weaver now and Dejan Assi. Toga Guy goes on his own. Sherritt sprints him down. The Papalangi was waiting. Jordan Lane straightens up in front of the post. Last one. This time they go to the right. Oh, and it was batted down, wasn't it, by Stefani? The Cats are going to get another set on that Toulouse line.
Yeah, he has to make a play for that because the Tony's in. The space just opens up. Weaver again, pulling the strings. Stefani's right hand denies Castleford a certain try. They are knocking on the door big time here. Toulouse are under the cosh.
In total control. In total control. But again, Toulouse big contributors. Superb from Papalangi, straight from the scrum, and he was almost over, wasn't he? Rouget brought him down, close to that try line. Dejan Assi throws a dummy, goes for the line. Can we get the ball down? Dejan Assi! Well, he's deserved that. He's had a terrific game, Dejan Assi. He and Tom Weaver, the Cass halfbacks, have been real stars in what's been a five-star show for the Castleford Tigers. It had been coming. Dejan Assi with his first try of the season. And Cass extend their lead to 30 points in it.
Yeah, you could feel it was coming. Everybody in this ground could as well. It was Dejan Assi who just drops the shoulder, takes the line on, and somehow manages to get this ball down. You got Hans and Toliafua, Balnes, all in there. And I'm sorry, but it's paper-thin defence. In fact, it's tissue-thin defence, because he should not be scoring. That's a half-back there, just driving three big forwards over the line. I'll be disappointed for Sylvain Hules, but delight for Assi, Ryan Carr and the rest of the Tigers. I felt they'd get some more points.
Yeah, it was a feather-light touch, wasn't it? A tip of the ball to ground, but that's all you need.
That's all you need.
All you need.
Weaver will, no doubt about it, make it 6 from 6. But the influence and the combination between those two tonight has really helped to steer this Tigers outfit to 2 points. You would have thought there's still, what, 32 minutes left of this game, but it's all one-way traffic, and they've no answer for it, Toulouse.
6 out of 6. And 32 points to 0. And they're very good value for that.
Yeah, but there's no way on earth there that Dejan Assi should be able to get over there. There's just no urgency, no desire, no commitment to make sure that he doesn't get that ball down. He should never even get over the line from that distance, but he does. And with that, it's the 5th score.
Like, if you're Sylvain Hules, you're frustrated, aren't you? Because
I don't
all
think
the pressure and all the preparation and everything you do in the week, they flew over yesterday, and
he won't accept this performance tonight.
No, I'm sure.
No way. And take nothing away from the Tigers. Rolling forward once more. Assi, Weaver, out the back to PLT. They're coming again.
Toga guy. Over halfway. Good run by Hurst. Last one. Are there more points? Golding, they run it on the last. Weaver with a little kick forward. Chased back, and it's well covered by Laguerre, close to his own try line.
Again, it's just another wonderful set after points there from the Tigers. Just rolling straight down the scrum lines, exploring the right-hand side of the field, and then a delicate kick, and it means Ulberg, with 3 players gone, just gets pulled down 15 metres away from his end, and it feels like an eternity down towards the Tigers' line.
Well, Castleford, as it stands, have gone 11th up to 9th. The points difference, and you would think that there's more points to add.
I mean, they've got York next week, so you would argue there's another 2. I mean, I'm sure Applegarth will have something to say about that.
McCann with the kick downfield, well watched by Zach Seeley.
Then doesn't it set that up nicely? Magic weekend, Castleford v Wakefield.
There you go, this is what's coming up. York at home, the big derby with Wakefield at Magic weekend. Leeds and Wakefield again.
And they'll be hoping for that round 18 clash, that the Tigers can roll into that off the back of 3 in a row.
Looking forward to Magic.
Oh, it'd be brilliant, won't it? You know, the ticket sales are through the roof. It's going to be a spectacular weekend of rugby league, live on Sky Sports, of course.
Yeah, well, they haven't just broken the record, they smashed the record for ticket sales. Over 80,000 as Marianne brings down Weaver. Last tackle. Here is Dejan Assi. Trusted left boot. taken by Rouget. Gets the ball out here to Laguerre. Are there any points in this game for Toulouse, I wonder?
Well, if there are, they're going to have to come deep from inside their own half. Just on there, just look at the wrestle and the contact from the Tigers. Just putting Toulouse players on the back and really just dictating, the pace of the ruck.
Oliafua. Rouget with the offload. Here is Shorrox now. Long pass out for Ulberg. Opportunity down this left-hand side, but it wasn't the best of passes. But he went forward anyway. They had to gamble, but there was nothing doing for Ethan Quay-Ward.
It was the offload in the build-up play there that just catches the left edge out. The ball over the top from Shorrox, and then look at the change of speed here from Jason Gary. We saw Paul Ulberg, he's no slouch. Gary's able to rescue this. There's the offload, and you can just see the ball over the top there, and he's got some work to do, Gary, and he does so.
Yeah, just puts him off his stride. 13 minutes gone in the second half, 32 points to 0. Huge disappointment for Sylvain Hules, I'm sure. Tell me, have Cass been that good, or have Toulouse just been that poor?
No, I actually think Cass have been that good, Stuart, I'll be honest. I thought early on the opening exchanges, but the thing about Toulouse is if they give away cheap possession and they give away cheap penalties, I don't think that they're strong enough and connected enough down the other end to deny scores. And I think Castleford's attack has been pretty entertaining tonight. They've rolled through the middle of the field and they've had some nice skill in there.
Yeah, Toga guy as well. Likes the ball in his hand, doesn't he? Here is Dejan Assey looking for a way through. Just over halfway. This will be the last in this set. Weaver now. He'll go towards this corner. That's a great kick from Weaver, and I'll tell you what, that was a really good take. Cesar Rouget probably been Toulouse's best player.
You would argue that. Just looking down at some of the numbers there. PLT's already ran for 187 run meters, and there's still 25 minutes left in this game.
The next is Jason Gary with 149. That just shows you.
And there's only one player in Ulberg to register over 100 meters with ball in hand for Toulouse. It's Oliafua. Just tries to play the ball just over the 40-meter line.
Kyle will be choosing the Betfred player of the match. Best of luck with that, old chum.
There's still plenty of time left, isn't there?
Yeah. Shorrox on halfway. Gary watching it safely. Looking for a way through here, Jason Gary. Yeah, Toulouse, they've won away at Wakefield, at Hull, and at Huddersfield. They were unlucky not to win away at Lee as well, weren't they? They lost in Golden Point 21-20, so they can play, and they have played, and they can score points, but I would argue that this is probably their most disappointing and worst performance of the season.
Yeah, but I look at it, whilst I sort of agree with you, Stuart, I think the Tigers have been red hot tonight. I think everything that they've done has worked really well, and they're coming down this left edge. They decide to go through the front door there with Alex Mellor.
Last tackle. Assey again. Launches a high kick. Rouget under pressure, takes it well, but Toulouse just look tired, don't they now?
Yeah, but again, it's Castleford here just turning the ball over. The kicks have landed exactly where they've needed to be. Then it's not like they're exactly chasing points. They're just waiting for their moment to strike, and they're happy just to turn the ball over and ask Toulouse to come all the way down the other end. As Laguerre, who's been fairly quiet, they've dealt with him well. That tackle there from Lane just shows it.
Hands at dummy half.
Again, the detail on Balmas this time.
Yeah, Balmas plays the ball. It's a tired-looking play, the ball, and Shorrox, that was off the edge of the boot. Fortuitous. Ulberg catches it, kicks it downfield.
Oh, now there's danger.
Here he is in open play. Toga guy, and runs into one, gets away from one, eventually brought down by Jasson. Senior. 57 minutes on the clock. Total control from Castleford. Hurst. He puts in a lot of work and notices, doesn't he, George Hurst? Yeah. Really good player. Signed from Wigan, of course. Here is Weaver. Seeley once more on that right edge. Couple of tackles left in the set here for Cass. Dejan Assi. Room on this near side if they could have found Papalangi.
Just moving around Toulouse so well.
Well, there's the kick from Assi.
Oh, goodness me, what is he doing there?
He went backwards. It was Torafua there, but the ball went backwards, so Toulouse escape.
That's the prop forward trying to intervene there with the fullback's catch. They get away with it. Don't look at me like that, Stuart.
Prop forwards, eh?
Get out the way. That's a better kick from Shorrocks this time. 40-20.
Yeah. Is it a
20-40, sorry.
Or was it a 20-40? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's a turnover. Wasn't quite there for Shorrocks.
Oh, he's just a yard over, isn't he?
Yeah.
You don't often see those 20-40s, do you?
Would have been a good one. But they've had no ball again in this second half. They've had no field possession and no opportunities.
St Helens taking on Huddersfield tomorrow, and the Storm and the Raiders there tomorrow at 7:15 on Sky Sports Action.
Yeah. Followed by Sydney against Cronulla. Mella. Here is Assi now. The kick was forward, the ball goes down, but the penalty, I think, there.
It's on Lane. It was Lacan. Jordan Lane, he swaps from the right-hand side of the ruck. He sees and gets the call from Assi that the kick's coming through. And just watch when it falls off his boot. It's Lacan who just takes out Lane illegally.
He's just tagged
it's another penalty.
Yeah.
It isn't simultaneous.
And in this second 40, Stuart, we've had penalties down this end of the field when Castleford have had a full set and a full examination of the line. They've came away with points. Stimson.
Yeah, 6-1 the penalty count in Castle's favour. Here is Rob. Assi for Gary. And it really was that easy. Jason Gary gets another. It's another made by Dejan Assi. And Castleford are loving every minute of this Saturday show against Toulouse. Jason Gary is now hunting down a third hat-trick of the season. 2 for him, 36 for Cass. 20 minutes still to go.
Yeah, the 12th try as well for Gary. And it was the penalty, the real discipline again once more for Toulouse. And then I like what Kane Robb does here. He gets the call from Assi, and it's a bullet pass out to the winger there. Ulberg just caught too tight. And Gary, Castleford's top try scorer, grabs another one. He can't stop scoring, this kid. I can't say I'm surprised.
No, they look lost, Toulouse.
And that's what I was talking about, Stuart, when it's not really an attack on Toulouse as much. I just don't think that defensively, I've seen too much of it this season, that if they gave away a penalty or they'd come up with a mistake, they're not resilient enough on the line. They're not willing to work hard enough in that area. And that's why so often they're stood behind the sticks in a group and scratching their heads about wondering what's going on.
Perfect with the boots so far, Tom Weaver. Is it going to be 7 out of 7? Right off this touchline. Just goes to the right of the post. But at 36 points to 0. It's a bad day at the office for Sylvain Houlez and Toulouse Olympique. But this was so easy.
Yeah, it was. Asik just flashing to the other side of the ruck. That short side gets the call. And then finds his winger. Ulberg loses sight of Jason Gary.
Stay onside! Stay on!
Oh, goodness me.
Well, I think if anything sums up the day for Toulouse Olympique, it's that kickoff from Joe Shorrocks. It's just been an absolute nightmare for them.
It doesn't even go 5 metres in the end, Stuart. Well, it's going tough. And again, they've invited the Tigers down here. Look what's coming up next, round 16 at League. Catalan St Helens. Some difficult fixtures lie ahead before a home visit for York to come to Toulouse, and then Catalan to round it all off again.
Meanwhile, Cass hunting down more points.
Yeah, they're wanting the 7th try here.
6 tries, 6 goals. Robert dummy half and the impressive Dejan Assi. Well, the ball's gone to ground. We haven't seen too many mistakes from Cass today, but that was one of them.
Yeah, it's the loose carry in the end from Joe Stimson. Well, it's the Tigers who have all the energy here, Stuart, with 17 minutes to go. Pelmas.
You can be absolutely certain as well that the message will go down time after time after time from Ryan Carr. Do not let them score. We want a 0.
Yeah, all coaches strive for that. And you can bet if Toulouse get over, that'll be the one thing that he'll say. Be happy with the 36, but not if they can get over. But they just don't look like getting over, Stu. I can't even remember them having a single play of the ball inside Castleford's 20 in this half. I think it was only 3 at half time.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They haven't.
Totally dominant.
Yes. Here is Gary. He's already scored hat-tricks against Bradford and against St Helens. The Papalangi.
Oh, Papalangi wasn't tackled there, according to Marcus Griffiths.
Yeah.
So it's a mistake here.
I think it is.
It's an incorrect play, the ball.
He escapes the tackle.
Have another look at this.
Well, they've got a challenge, haven't they, I think? No, there, the tackle's broken there. It's play on. Well, the challenge is gone. It wouldn't have mattered anyways, they wouldn't have won it.
Yeah, good decision from Marcus Griffiths. You and I might have been confused, but he wasn't.
That's normal, isn't it?
Here is Ruben Arson, an opportunity to actually have a go at the Castleford line. Marion at dummy half, and Shorrocks now, long pass out on the bounce, picked up by Quay Ward. Here is Rouget looking for a way through, does well, superb play there from Cesar Rouget, still looking for the offload. Well, this is as close as they've been. It's taken them 25 minutes to get this close to the Cats line in the second half. Le Cam with a long ball out. Laguerre will go for the corner. And Benjamin Laguerre does get Toulouse on the ball. The first chance they've had in the second half, the first attack in the second half, and they scored their first try through Benjamin Laguerre.
It's a wonderful put down in the end. There's just a slight subtle change of hand there from Laguerre. It's in his left hand, and it's a delicate skill for all young wingers out there, just to watch how he transfers that ball before he puts it down. But it was Papalangi who was not tackled there. He breaks Shorrocks and Quay Ward. And the ball gets turned over, and we've been calling for a play of the ball inside of Castleford's 20. They get it. Lacan is able to drift across, just supply that ball over the top there. We'll get a front angle on this, but just look at the work that Laguerre does. It's that last second switch of hand as he's going into the corner, just there. Wonderful skill there from Benjamin Laguerre. Gets his 7th try of 2026, and it just takes the gloss off it for Ryan Carr.
Try confirmed. Try is confirmed by Aaron Moore, just looking back, so 36 points to 4.
I mentioned about Ashore Bott and maybe clubs having a look around, and I think Benjamin Laguerre could do a number of clubs.
You like the look of Laguerre, don't you?
I do, yeah. I mean, he comes up with a lot of line breaks. He averages over 140 metres. He's a try scorer as well, crucially, in a side that's at the bottom end of the competition.
So Shorrock's off the touchline. It's a good one, really good one from Jake Shorrock. So there is some consolation and there are some points. 36 points to 6, still 13 minutes to go.
When it's been damage done, you would think the ball over the top, but just a little bit of skill there. He's under pressure from Scenic. He's got the sideline there. His feet are airborne. He just has enough about him to a little late switch. Great skill. And here's something inventive. Moving the ball from one side of the field to the other off the kickoff. Just trying to catch that right edge of the Tigers chase out. Cater. Pulled down 15 away from his own end. Tiaki Chan back out there.
I think Ryan Carr will be disappointed. The last time that Cass nilled anybody, way back in 2024, 40 points to nil at home to London. I wish I could claim that stat as my own, but Sky's Rugby League stats guru Ian Proctor has messaged with that one.
As always.
Yeah. That's why Ryan Carr will be disappointed, I'm sure. Good take again by Guy, the elusive fullback. PLT making good headway. Yeah, Jasome again, wasn't it? Sailing close to the win.
I'll tell you what, the spine, particularly the 1, 6 and 7, has been fantastic for Castleford tonight.
If you can't decide, I'll have the casting vote. Yeah, there's been some terrific performances, hasn't there? Here is Rob from dummy half, does well, runs at Lacarra. Last tackle in this set. Back it goes for Dejan Assi, who's been excellent as well. It's a testing kick, and
again, that's what's been really pleasing about Castleford. You know, forget the scoreboard. They're just really happy to turn the screw and wait for their opportunity to put a set together. And when they've done that, they've been able to score points. But it's been a really, really professional performance, I think, from Castleford.
Quay Ward. Marianne at dummy half. Rubenos midway inside his own half now. Ball played quickly. Shorrocks.
Stimson there.
Yeah.
This will get pulled back.
I wonder if it will. I think the referee just waiting to see what happens. The ball goes backwards and play is allowed to continue here with Marianne eventually brought down. But yeah, there will be a penalty for the late shot on Jake Shorrocks. Yeah,
he knows it. As soon as he makes contact, he almost tries to apologise by catching him. He releases that pass. The inside pressure there from Stimson. Apologetically spins out of it. Oof.
Well, it did find touch.
Just about.
It was a whizzer.
Thinned it all right.
Rubenos. Well, they've got to try. Can they get another? Now Casser offside.
This will be Seems to be starting to bug Ryan Carr this now. It's, you don't want to be a team that just takes the foot off the gas, but a little bit of sloppiness creeping into the Tigers. Back-to-back penalties and inviting Toulouse down into this area. They've been down here once in the second half and came away with that Benjamin Laguerre score on the left edge.
Let's see what they can do with this. Marion, the captain. Jackie Chan. 5 yards away from the cast try line. Marion again, and McCann it is who stopped short. Little kick through, and it's a simple touchdown in the end for Stefani. Well, everything went quiet in the ground, but that was a lovely little play. The kick through, and Maxime Stefani gets another try for Toulouse. And it's 2 consolation tries in the space of, what, 4 minutes?
There's off the boot to the captain, Anthony Marion. Again, it was back-to-back penalties, and the old sequence of penalty, try, steps up once more. He invited them down to this end of the field, and Anthony Marion, from the base of the ruck, the dummy half, just slots it past in between PLT and Weaver. And Stefani's just able to dive on it for a consolation, and
he's not happy, is he?
No, he's not going to be happy.
Ryan Carr, the man in the middle.
I think Castleford, they're not quite there yet to be able to take the foot off the gas and see it home. I mean, they're going to win this game, no doubt about it, but there's an opportunity to really have a positive performance and end up with nil against their opposition.
In 6 minutes. 36-0 to 36-6. It's now 36-12. Job's done, but a coach will never be happy if your team takes the foot off the gas, but they've put in a big effort, haven't they?
Well, they've scored 2 tries there inside of 5 minutes. Yep. If they do it again, that's what I mean about Toulouse. They just never go away, do they?
Jackie Chan. He's a tough nut, isn't he? Just like his dad. He'd have played against his dad.
I think so, yeah. Some big, nasty Frenchmen back then.
Rouget. Well, they're playing a bit of footy now, aren't they? They've been given the opportunity. There's no way back. They're not going to win the game. It's all about salvaging a bit of pride, and they're trying to do that again. That's a good take from Oldberg. It wasn't the best of passes. Did well to take it and did well to stay in play. Eventually brought down by Gary and Stimson. And they'll shift it left now. Lacan. Well, he put the kick downfield for the chase there by Laguerre, but everybody left it to each other. And in the end, the ball bounces out of play, and Cass will get it back with, what, 6 minutes to go, leading 36-12.
Sini there, Zach Sini got himself in an awful position. And the kick just rolls over. A couple of rolls too long over the sideline. As Castleford will start 30 metres away from their own end. And his senior. Oh, he's lost the ball here.
He has.
Toulouse are gone. Again, it's just sloppy, isn't it?
That's exactly the word I was going to use. They've just got a bit sloppy, haven't they? A bit bitty from Cass in the last 10 minutes. So the door is open for more Toulouse points. Joe Keita. Marianne at dummy half. Storrocks with a long pass out there, looking for Jassone. Wriggles out of one, and another Mathieu Jassone. Long pass this time, looking for Jackie Chan. It was Storrocks with the pass. Chan right in front of the post. Marianne will switch the play once more. He got caught in two minds there, wasn't quite sure what to do. Ball comes to Shorrocks. Lacan with a chance down. It's picked up there by... As he was dragged down, wasn't he, by Lacan. Here is... Once again, ball goes down. Papalanga. Here is PLT, plus one, just inside their own half of the field. Dejanassi, taken by César Rouget, the clock ticking down. To sum up, apart from the last 5 or 6 minutes, Cass have been excellent.
Yeah.
Toulouse really have let themselves down.
And they have. I mean, it seems like an eternity ago since round 2 when Toulouse were able to win against Castleford Tigers. My goodness me, the Tigers have had their revenge. And Assi has been fantastic, hasn't he, this evening?
It's a little bit scrappy, isn't it, in these closing minutes? Cater plays the ball and Shorrocks with the kick. Very, very safe hands at the back. Toga guy, top meter maker in the game, 218. Worth mentioning, the top tacklers, Stefani, Marianne and Hans. Stefani, 46 tackles, he's put in a real shift. Got his reward with that try. Couple of minutes to go. Golding. Is it a final flourish for Castleford? The game really was won in the first half at 24 points to 0. Dejanassi, that's a lovely kick. Lovely kick down the sideline. And it'll all be good, as you mentioned, the spine of Lauru Togagai and Dejanassi, Tom Weaver, Ashton Golding.
Well, they've done it off the back of a decent completion rate as well, and the middle forwards, particularly in that first half, they can combine well with one another. They just carry the ball direct and got some ruck speed. The fundamentals of the game that Castleford have done well.
Rumenos. But what I will say about Toulouse is that they have to be given... Oh, that was a high one. That was a high one.
I think it was more of a off his chest and moved up. I don't think there was enough force in it.
Yeah, there was no venom in that, that's for sure. What I will say about Toulouse is they have to be given the time to build in Super League, to build a squad. Last time they had only 1 year.
Yeah.
But, you know, you bring in a second French side, quite rightly as well. We're all pretty sure that London are going to be back in Super League in 2027, but for me, Toulouse have to be given the opportunity to build something.
Well, you hope so, don't you? It's important for the competition to have those two French clubs.
Cater.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, here's Rouget. He deserves a try, and he gets one. César Rouget rounds it off under the post. The last seconds of the game. He's had a good game. Let's be fair, César Rouget. He deserved that try. It's all been too little too late for Toulouse from 36-0 down. But they've come good at the end with 3 tries.
Yeah, so often César Rouget is the try provider for Toulouse. And on this occasion, it was nice work there from Shorrocks. A pre-planned move for sure. Straight off the training park. We saw that play. I think Huddersfield Giants run it on a number of occasions using Flanagan. This time, Sylvain Hules uses it, and Sergio Rouge benefits from it. But Castleford for 66 minutes, Stu, were nigh on perfect. And in a day where we saw Matt Pete's Wigan side lose their way in the final sort of 15 minutes, the same happened here tonight.
Yeah. Well, that is the final act of the game. It's a big win in the end for the Castleford Tigers, 36 points to 18. An important win as well, 18 points coming from Toulouse in the last 13 minutes or so.